Hello, everyone. This is your Love and Finance Tarot Guidance for the month of February 2022. I try occasionally to release this one across my social media so as to let others not only hear what lies ahead, but to introduce them to my special tarot guidance community. My Love and Finance Tarot Guidance is a subscription video available through my website, tarotbycecilia.com, or my Patreon. If you need help to set one up, feel free to contact me. So, after a January, which likely felt much like the 13th month of 2021, it is time to move into February and to see what sort of positive energy we can get going. February begins with a new moon at 12 degrees Aquarius on the 1st. This new moon will be conjunct Saturn, perhaps causing you to feel not only emotional but seriously somber over some form of restrictive situation, which could be taking place around home, family, or even more specifically, a female. It is possible to still be nursing your wounds from any fallout which might have occurred when the Sun squared Uranus on January 30th. There will, of course, be much more to hear about this in my new moon tarot guidance. Mercury will go direct, 24 degrees Capricorn, on February the 3rd. Proceed slowly, as Mercury does not leave shadow until February 24th, and you'll need to give at least 5 days before assuming any type of forward motion. The good news surrounding Mercury's direct station is now there will be 0 retrograde planets all the way through April 29th, when Pluto begins its annual retrograde. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, Pluto will trine the North Node, giving you precisely the turbo boost you have been needing to move forward with drive, ambition, and determination to meet your goals and create success and security. While this may not be an overnight thing, getting your motor running enables you to shake off those feelings of lack and inadequacy which have plagued you on and off for so long. Mercury, still in its post-shadow phase, re-enters Aquarius on the 14th. It is working its way back up to speed, and you should now find yourself able to come up with solutions to items which Mercury brought up for review early on in its retrograde. The 16th brings a full moon, 28 degrees Leo, and you will find this full moon to be much more pleasant than the Aquarius new moon you encountered back on the 1st. Much more to come on this time frame in my Leo full moon video. Another more than noteworthy aspect, Jupiter sextile Uranus, will occur February 17th at 11 degrees Pisces and Taurus, respectively. This could become a breakout and break free moment for you, bringing you opportunity not only to expand your horizons, but to free yourself from restrictive situations which have been holding you back for so long. Rather than fearing changes in your life, you will be excited by them and find yourself looking forward to implementing them. The sooner, the better. In recent months, you have heard me reference this time frame many times, and this would definitely be one of the reasons which supports what I have seen in the cards. The Sun makes its final transit of the astrological year as it moves into Pisces on the 18th, staying until March 20th. Can you feel the excitement for change in your life building? As for major aspects not already mentioned, we have a beautiful sextile happening between Mars and Jupiter on the 4th. What difficult new moon, you will ask yourself. The universe is getting behind you, spurring you into action, and even if the Aquarius new moon felt tough, this is the perfect opportunity to begin a new venture. Mars provides the courage, enabling you to not be afraid to go for it. However, on the 6th, Mars will square Chiron. It is important to remember Mars rules Aries, and Chiron is in Aries until 2027. So pay attention when these two come together to help you heal. You have heard of stories of people who have overcome their misfortune, becoming stronger than that which hurt them, and fueling their pain into healing. Even though this sounds like a difficult aspect, you can use it to your advantage, knowing that Mars wants you to heal by winning. Mars continues to be busy, trining Uranus on the 8th, and chances are you may be asking who you are seeing in the mirror. This is very much in a good way, with Mars providing the courage and determination, and Uranus upping the ante by encouraging you to step outside the box and make some form of daring move. You can definitely do this. I know it. Mercury conjuncts Pluto February 11th. We last saw this aspect on January 28th during Mercury's retrograde, and now you can use it to uncover some important truths. People can play mind games when Mercury conjuncts Pluto, but this does not mean you should be one of them. On the 12th, Mercury will trine the North Node. Nothing says moving forward more mentally than Mercury's trine to the North Node. You may recall me saying that the North Node is your current position, your direction going forward, and with Mercury being intellect, you could possibly finally be feeling your neurotransmitters are firing on all cylinders. Get ready. The 14th brings a trine between Pluto and the North Node, giving you what it takes to move forward and succeed. Even though life still probably has issues, I'm sure it does, the drive you have to help you overcome adversity is powerful, and change is imminent. The Aquarius Sun will square the North Node in Taurus on February 15th. You could find yourself facing some sort of financial situation head on, particularly if this is one you have encountered in the past. Now is the time to suck it up and do something about it. It could require giving up something, but you should know it is time. February 16th, Venus will conjunct Mars. I know everyone wants me to provide a great Valentine's Day forecast, and this one can be felt as early as 2 days prior. Desire runs deep now, but it is not forceful, showing Venus's more feminine side, as opposed to Mars' masculine, dominant one. Dating is actually favored during this transit, and if not, I highly recommend rewatching season 1 of Bridgerton. I burn for you is a phrase being spoken frequently during this transit. Mars will sextile Neptune on February 23rd, continuing not only the theme of desire, but also asking, what can I do for you? Caring, sharing, sensitivity, and creativity are all infused with Mars' spark and energy. Mercury sextiles Chiron on the 24th. Finally, as Mercury leaves shadow today, you can be of a proper mindset to help yourself to heal. On the 24th, Mercury will square Uranus. Plans can go out the window now, and it is far better to slim down your commitments list for this one. Oh, it has become a high anxiety transit for some, even causing bouts of mental illness for those susceptible. Big brother and little brother are basically duking it out, and in this instance it is best to bob and weave rather than engage head on. Curveballs and unsettling news are the norm of the day, so stay away from all things of importance, especially papers, etc. We close out the month with both Mars and Venus trining the North Node on the 28th. Once you are in motion, you could feel unstoppable, and nothing, I mean nothing, can deter you from your goals right now. Some of you may experience a Nine of Pentacles moments, basically the law of attraction, bringing to you wealth and or love. Well, that was quite a bit for a short little month, wasn't it? I am honestly feeling like it, like I said, it's almost like 2021 had 13 months, and February feels like someone finally opened the door and welcomed you into 2022. There's very little there of concern, and of course we keep our eye on the things which are of concern, but what a positive forecast for the month. And as I started to put down the cards just now, I was like, whoa, this is much, much different. Honestly, I have noticed from some of the recent readings that I have put out that something is afoot, in the universe. I mean, big time. Something that's different. Many of you have long wanted something in your life, whether it's security, love, some form of consistency, whatever it is. And something tells me that this is the year that if it's, starting to come your way, something's happening here, all right? I see changes in you where, see, the thing about this month is that you really can step up to the plate. You really can take charge and be in control. There's been difficult times. There's been times that just, I mentioned Chiron a few times in there, right? And the need to heal, the need to recover. There is just so much. But there's also like being able to take a moment to pause where you can kind of gather what's yours and say, oh, right? Sort of breathing a sigh of relief. There's a sense of freedom that's coming. And, this month, it's almost like this month begins something. But when you get to, I want to say April, some point in April, it opens up another, portal, I guess is a good way to put it. And if I had to say when, I would probably say when we have the Taurus new moon is a good possibility because it will be a solar eclipse. So, yeah, things are changing. There are things which will no longer be a part of your life, but I think it becomes easier to accept, okay? And it's not that the universe has to, pry them from your hands kicking and screaming. I think you already know it. It's just getting to the point where, because there's a clinginess that's here, okay? It's one of those things, I think when you stop and think about it, you realize that every single human out there is guilty of it. You cling to things that you're familiar with. No matter how bad they may be for you, you may know how bad they are for you, but you're familiar with them. You know what you're going to get. So why mess with the unknown? Why mess with the possibility of doing something that will make you enormously happy? So there's a sense of, loss there, but not, because there's so much more. And that is coming. That's coming at the, this is quite the year we have going on. The full moon total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. That one will be in May. Throughout this month, you're going to notice, at least I hope you notice, that various relationships that you have some of them are especially karmic, and they will begin to move, okay? You have Venus having gone direct on January 29th, and then of course Mercury at the beginning of February, and by the time you get to the end of February, Mercury has left shadow on the 24th, and Venus will be leaving shadow on March the 1st. So you're really getting, it's kind of like a building steam kind of thing, all right? And I see people out there who, as you finally start to get the motion going in your life, facing choices, it can be a little bit daunting, almost confusing for some, because, it's like, what should I choose? What should I do? Well, here's the thing. We can choose, and we can make mistakes. And if we have learned by any prior ones, then at least we hope not to make the same ones again, right? That's a good way to think of it. But I do think that by the time, probably March, when the sun is moving into Aries, when we've completed this astrological year and moved into the next one, that's where you really have that surge of energy to You know, it's like, I'm telling you, I mentioned there somewhere about the end of the month, that feeling of being unstoppable. Well, yeah, it's once you get going, once your soul is fueled to make those changes, you won't believe what you're capable of. And I think it kind of boils down to two categories here, okay? Those who are in your corner, who you can unite with, and those who are not. And it's okay. It's okay because there is a definitely not caring. Nobody is going to, you know, put you in a corner and say, no, you can't do that. You definitely are, because it's just time. It's time for life to be fair. And boy, talk about working hard to make things happen. This isn't anything that's being gifted to you, all right? It's just, it's finally starting to, I want to say, like, fall into place. So as you're, working away at what you want to do, I want to say the end of February, right before that new moon that would come, that would be the one in Pisces, okay? That there is some sort of peace that's there, some sort of almost like a tranquility. And I think it's more of a mental thing, okay? Because you've been trying to decide what to do, where to go, it just change. Yeah. Once you're going, you're going. And realizing that you have within you everything that you need, everything that it takes to create whatever you want. It's just, I'm thinking in my mind, like when you see, children who grow up to be adults, those who were not treated in a manner to, build up their self-esteem, they kind of lack the positivity to be able to move forward with any kind of courage in life, all right? And they're a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? But they kind of lack the confidence. And then, you see those who have been taught that they are worthy, they are worth it, and that they have what it takes to do whatever they want, and they're not afraid to tackle it. Well, this is going to become more widespread, where even those who did not feel this way are really, they're getting it together. And I'm liking this a whole lot. By the time we reach the full moon in Leo, what I say that was on the 17th, 16th, somewhere in there. Anyway, things are really starting to move forward. And there's this kind of like what lies ahead type of feeling. And it's almost like the unknown. What is out there, okay? Because, yeah, you are leaving things behind. But I think that, when I mentioned like giving something up, I honestly think that it's not so much a giving up as what you're leaving behind that just no longer serves a purpose, okay? And what lies ahead is, the hope, the faith, those hopes and dreams and plans. See, you're putting your plans into motion. It's like, finally, really, whoa, yeah. See, I just, the freedom, wanting that freedom, and putting an end to feeling powerless, okay? And some of you might say, well, I don't really feel powerless, but you certainly have situations that you feel are holding you back. So, your solid base is there, and you're kind of, it's not skepticism, but it is a little bit like, all right, any takers, anybody coming after me, like looking over your shoulder kind of thing, making sure that nobody is trying to stop you. It's like, let me sneak out before they realize that I'm gone. Man, look at this. All right, what do we got? What's success? It's like you have known for a long time that this success would be yours. You know it. Like you can feel it in your bones, your gut, whatever it is. But there's been that iffiness around your rewards. They're coming. They are definitely coming. As I said to you at the beginning of this card part, something is afoot. It really truly is. And there is huge change that's coming. Your status quo is changing, okay? Sometimes those things in life are, where you just breathe that heavy sigh. Pay attention, because there's something going on. Now, I had to look because I couldn't remember everything that I told you, but there is that trine between Mars and Uranus on the 8th, right? There's a lot of action in there. It's just like, it's an action-packed, thing that's going on. But the one that my money's really on, because its influence is far broader, and I think it's one of the ones that will influence the entire year, and that is Jupiter sextile Uranus on the 17th, because I'm seeing it happening, at the time of the full moon. It's what you need, all right? It is what you need. Now, here's the thing, and this is the part that's hard to understand. With Uranus, things are, like I said, really shaking you up. It can hit you out of left field, and you're so used to how things are that you might be like, oh my God, what just happened, right? But Jupiter wants you to have everything that you need and give you gifts. So these two get together and they conspire. What I'm seeing here is like, it's gonna, like, it's gonna get you out of that mode that you're in that had you feeling stuck. Only sometimes what happens is we don't immediately realize how good what just happened actually is for us. Something about this month's full moon allows you to separate yourself from the past, from things in your past that were painful, harmful, however you want to look at it. It's like a whole new day is born, and you're, it's like you flipped the script, okay? And you're going to be seeing things so totally different by June. I'm just like, what is going on? Because when I look at this, your worry turns to abundance. Yeah, not something that we're used to seeing here, truthfully, all right? Your goals are being met. You're going to have what you need. You're calling it to you. That's something that I'm seeing here that's important. You are calling it to you. Now, it almost is what I'm hearing. And sometimes I get tired of hearing stuff in my head. All right, they're not voices, thank goodness. But what I'm hearing here is that at this point, it could be from the full moon. If we fast forward 3 months, and as we move through the cycles, we're going Leo, right? It's February. And then 3 months, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. And I think I already mentioned that Scorpio full moon. It is a total lunar eclipse, people. This is something that is needed in your life. What that is, abundance is, I cannot say. It could be love, it could be money, it could be both. You may be doubly blessed. It's definitely, worth celebrating, because at that Scorpio full moon, that just being able to, Scorpio is all death and rebirth, okay? So that rebirth that you want is coming. So you have May, June. I mean, look at you. This month, wow, unbelievable. This month you're choosing new roads, Okay, I think as you're listening to this, because it's coming out early, I know, it was recorded way ahead of time, but in February, you're choosing new roads, which are, leading you toward the future. You're not really burning bridges behind you, but you kind of are. There are some things that you're going to leave behind, and that's okay. All right, because there's such exciting stuff that's on the horizon, and good news that awaits you. I'm just, yeah. What do you want to manifest? Honestly, I think if everybody had to give a word, it would probably be happiness. What would make you happy? Having enough financial stability to be secure. That's one thing. Not feeling weighed down by life. I know so many of you I see here are just, doing your best to juggle life to get by, trying to still be a good person when you can and help others, but at the same time, just trying not to go under. It's not a penny pinching, but you could be. Wow, let's see what we've got here. Oh my, it's just, I can't, I just can't. Hang on one second here. Yeah, just know that at some point, and I really feel it's around the 17th, there's something else. And you might not even be totally aware of what all that something else is, but it's coming in, and you're starting to, handle all of that. But I think it's going to get interesting. What I'm seeing here is like, if I put it in front of you visually where you could see it, you'd be like, wow, oh my God, look at all that, right? It's not just that it's change, it's how good it feels. And when we feel good emotionally, we have that stability that we need in our lives. I just got to see, because this is, unbelievable. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. That's it. That Leo full moon. By the time you get to, let's see, this is February. I want to say June, July, August. They're going to be major. They are going to be major. Okay. But you have a lot of major to get through before then. So I don't even want to get that far ahead. Okay. See what this full moon brings you and what you are about to do. Because I know that some of the things that I mentioned back in the beginning, they really have you breaking out of, because you've been in a mode. All right. What do I got to do to get by? What do I have to do to just live my life, lather, rinse, repeat? And then, bam, you all of a sudden, something just gets you, and off you go. Off you go, thinking you know where you're going. I'm here to tell you, I'm not so sure you know. All right, because I think that where you wind up, any detours that life may offer, probably put you in a much better place than you ever even imagined. That's why I'm saying, I think finally this is your year, and it starts now in February. Where you get to be by like October, November, that's where you finally feel, like things are right, they're fair. Yeah, you're going to have what you need in your life. I absolutely love this. So welcome to 2022. I want to thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care.